dun, 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 dun. Hey, hey, TV. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, hey, TV.
Valencia Joy from Hey TV, and I want to talk to you guys about something so serious. I want to start off with by quoting a lyric that I think really sums up this serious topic from the famed duo Salt and Pepper. Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that made me. Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about sex. Dun, 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 dun. I am here with my good sister girlfriend on the couch, Tiffany Mattox.
Hey.
And we're talking all things sex today.
Yes.
And like you said, it's a good time of the year to talk about it because it's around Valentine's Day.
Yeah. We call it Love Quarter with Pure Romance. January, February, March, Love Quarter.
Ah,
As
you were also saying because it's cold outside.
Yeah.
So
everybody Netflix and chilling and booed up, you know, all that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Tiffany is a first lady
I am.
and a pure romance consultant. So
That too.
first, tell us what is pure romance.
Okay, so Pure Romance is an in-home party plan similar to like your Mary Kay or your Pampered Chef. Only we sell lotions, potions, and lingerie.
Okay.
So, we have parties for women, and we talk about sexual health. We talk about how to pamper yourself, how to get your sexy on, and spice things up.
Okay. So how does that coincide with your role as a first lady?
Well, so as we were kind of discussing earlier, I told you it was my husband's idea that I start Pure Romance. So let's talk a little bit about that. So I was looking for something just to kind of do part-time and that sort of thing. And at the time, I always tell the story, and even on parties, I tell my sister-in-law at the time was selling Avon, so I didn't want to be her competition. I don't,
so sweet.
I don't consider it, right? I don't wear makeup, so okay, nix that out. And this is the extent of my jewelry. I might put on a pair of earrings. So those kind of things weren't really going to work for me. So the husband suggested Pure Romance, and I'm like, dude, like, are you kidding me? And I'm like, how do you think this is going to work? I'd never been to a Pure Romance party before. I knew kind of what it was, but I'd never been to a party. And I'm like, yeah, so church, Pure Romance, not really going to mesh. But I started doing research on different companies out there, and I absolutely fell in love with Pure Romance. Okay. Number one, we're a leading company in the intimacy industry in terms of direct sales. Number one, it stood out from other companies that I looked at, but it also has a really big sexual health education component. So the only company that has a foundation that is solely devoted towards women's sexual health education and research. Okay. So I figured if I was going to do it, I better go with them, right? So something I could stand behind. And pretty much my husband told me, he's like, I don't care what those people think about you. He's like, you know, marriages are failing because of money and sex. And Christian people need to learn how to have sex. So, you know, a lot of times people are having better sex single than they have married, right? Once they get married, it's like, oh, I can't do that. I don't do that. No, don't touch me there. You know, so, you know, freedom in the bedroom.
So there was an article in Time magazine in March 2017 that says sex is linked to good health both mentally and physically, which we all already know.
Right.
Quote, while married couples under the same roof don't fool around quite as much, they still have sex 51 times per year. That is not a lot.
No.
Sheesh.
Maybe once a week.
That's less than
once a week.
I don't even do math, and I knew when I read that, like,
that's not
this
a lot.
is not a lot.
That's not a lot.
Married people have sex less than once a week per year.
Yeah.
So
this is single, you're just having sex like every day. You're like, you coming over? Like,
Mom, no, I wasn't. But
like, oh, yeah. Don't tell nobody. I've been good for a long time. That's why
those that are married and are struggling, I mean, have we come to the conclusion as to why there is such a sex struggle?
Well, there's a lot of reasons for that. So number one, a lot of married people are working, right? So it's no longer where the wife is at home in most cases and the husband is out working. So both of you are coming in, you're tired when you come in. Coupled with that, you have to deal with children and all of your other responsibilities. So there's a lot pulling on you. And a lot of times responsibilities in the house aren't evenly split, right? So the woman takes on a heavier role. So I got to go to work, I got to come home, I got to cook dinner, I got to watch the kids up, prepare for the next day. So by the time she comes in the bedroom, she's like, I'm not having sex with you. Like,
Right.
I don't have it in me to do anything else.
Right.
So, you know, that your health, your wellness, making time for yourself is important.
Self-care.
Self-care, absolutely. Pampering yourself, taking that time just for yourself. Say, I'm not doing anything for anybody but me. I got to keep myself right.
Right.
So that plays a big factor into it as well. And then your brain. Your brain is your biggest sex organ. So I always say it's a head game. So if your brain is not in the mood, your body is not flowing either.
Okay.
So, you know, you have to be intentional about your sexual thoughts, just like you're intentional about everything else. Yeah.
So it's funny, when I read this article, I posted something on Facebook. I do V's Q's every Tuesday and Thursday on Facebook. And after reading the article, I posted, is marriage where sex goes to die? And a whole lot of people was like, girl, no.
Right.
Like, they was just pumping it all up. There was a few brave souls that was like, yes, period. Like, nothing else to discuss. Yes. But there were a lot of inboxes from very frustrated spouses that were like, heck yeah. Like, we don't ever have sex. And then there were the few brave souls that posted on the post or commented on the post, yes.
And they made it.
Yeah. They were saying, like, women try to be so holy. The wife tried to be so holy, and she stopped doing stuff.
Exactly.
That she would normally do.
Right. You've been doing it all this time, and then you're married. You're like, okay, I'm trying to do everything right. So then there's this stigma because of maybe how we grew up. We might have grew up in a traditional setting, in a more conservative environment.
And it becomes prudish.
Right. So women have been taught all our lives that sex is this nasty, dirty, shameful thing. Right? So we don't talk about sex. We don't talk about our bodies really in that sort of way. Coupled with that, so many women have had some level of sexual abuse.
Yes.
So you have that in the back of your mind. And then you have...
There's counseling.
Yeah,
Seriously.
absolutely. Absolutely. Counseling, grief recovery, because that's something that you grieve and you take on. And if you haven't addressed that and confronted it head on, then you're going to carry that on into your relationship, and it's going to create a barrier that you're not going to be able to move past. Because we don't talk about it, we don't know how to talk about it. So...
In terms of what? Like, what
in
do I
terms
need?
of what do I want? What do I
like?
like? What do I desire?
Yeah.
So there's a study done in 2015, Indiana University, Kinsey Institute. They do sexual health research a lot, and that's who we partner with. There's a study done, and over half of American women have said that they've wanted to tell their partner how they wanted to be touched, but then decided not to.
Wonder why.
So there's this fear
Of rejection?
of rejection, of not knowing how to vocalize it, because on top of that, there's about 10% of women, that have never felt comfortable telling their partner what they wanted. Have never felt like their pleasure mattered. Because sex is so male dominated, right? Especially in the church is what I find.
Yeah.
Because when we talk about marriage and sexuality, it's often how to please your husband, right? How to take care of your wifely duties. Make sure that your husband is taken care of so he's not out there or something else.
Yeah.
It's never about, well, what do I need? How do I have an orgasm? He's going to have his. Let's just face it, right? A guy's going to get his off, right? So, but then you're stuck like, well, what about me? Right? And then you mad, and then you don't want to do it again because you didn't even get what you needed out of it.
Yeah.
You know, and it's supposed to be this intimate act. And the thing that I want married couples to realize especially is that your intimacy is the only thing that distinguishes your marriage from every other relationship that you have. You can go on vacation with your sister. You can get a gift for your best friend or your neighbor. You can go to dinner with anybody else. your spouse is the only one that you get to share intimacy with.
Right.
So we don't put as much value on our intimacy, nor do we invest in it, I find, as much as we do everything else. We'll save it for a vacation. We'll go buy ourselves a new dress. We'll go get a massage. All of that. And then I say, come to your room, Sprite. Let me show you what I got. And you're like, I don't know about all that.
Right.
Or that's expensive.
Yeah.
Is it really? But what is it really costing you?
Yeah.
Because you're not enjoying your sex.
Orgasm.
Right, an orgasm.
How does the husband or the male play into a woman's satisfaction?
Well, no.
Outside of the obvious.
Yeah, right. Outside of not been done in 3 minutes.
Right.
So, I said it, didn't I? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to have been. But no, seriously, part of that is them trying to take the load off of their wives, I think.
During the day.
Right? We always make a joke about chore play, excuse me.
Yes.
So, there's like something sexy about you coming to the house and he got the kids together and he done made dinner or something like that. You're like, oh, he's taking everything off. Right? But when you came to the house and you had to do all that, you're like, dude, like, this is too much.
Yeah.
So you have that, making it a comfortable environment for her to want to be able to discuss her needs as well, because like I said, a lot of women don't feel comfortable having that conversation. Yeah. So if the guy is more open to it, which a lot of times men aren't, right? Because they just do. They don't really want to talk and feel and all that stuff a lot of times, right? So, choosing your language is important too. And the men, right? Not just saying, well, you need to do this, you need to do that. But talking about why they enjoy what they enjoy, or asking their partner what would they like.
Right.
And that's often a conversation that's not had.
Wonder why.
I don't know. Maybe it's a guy ego thing.
It could
be. Because men think they're like, they want to talk about pieces and parts.
But you would think if, the ultimate, the ending will be happy for everybody if we have these conversations. Yes. You would think that the conversations would be had more.
Yeah, you would think.
Okay, so we've talked about what we can do as women. We've talked about what our partners can do for us. And now we're going to talk about what pure romance can do.
Oh, so it's me to the rescue, right?
Yes.
Okay.
There are some people that need some help.
There are. So, basically, when I come into a home, are you going to put those on? Put them on.
Yeah, I am.
All right.
Keep going.
So, when I come into, it'll fit. You can put it over your glasses. I think you're cheating because you can see out the bottom. Ooh. So when I come into a house, I am bringing all of my products with me. So I'm a traveling boutique. So we come in and we start out mild to wild. So we have a wide variety of products ranging from your bathroom.
Mild to wild.
Mild to wild, right?
So that means you can start off slow.
Yeah, so the goal is to give you a little bit of foreplay before I give you stuff that penetrates and vibrates, right?
Give me to the wild.
Yes. Foreplay is usually what's missing, right? In most relationships, in most sexual experiences, it's the foreplay that's missing.
Yeah.
So we spend a little bit more time in foreplay before I just dive right in.
Oh, okay.
Also, we don't want to scare anybody off when they first walk in and they see the big vibrator with bells and whistles and about 20 speeds on it. They're like, hold on, wait a minute. What you gonna do with that? So we start off mild to wild. So I talk about the need to pamper yourself, how to take care of yourself, make yourself feel more desirable. And
now let me just stop you. That is an excellent point, because when you look better, and this is not just sex, this is life. When you look better, you feel better. Yeah.
You feel better. Remember I said how it's a head game, I said?
Yeah.
So if I feel sexy, then I'm more apt to be in the mood, right? Because I'm like, you know how it is when you get your hair, I got it going on, right? Everybody's looking at you, right?
Yeah.
And that is a confidence booster, but it's a mood enhancer.
Yes.
So everything from, and we'll talk about this later, but from your lingerie to your smell goods, all of that play a factor into your desire and your arousal.
Okay.
So we spend some time there. We talk about enhancement products, and then we go into toys. And then afterwards, we play a couple of games in between too. But afterwards, the ladies have the opportunity to have private consultations with me.
Good.
So we go in a separate room, so everything is private and confidential.
So what you order.
Yeah, so I always say nobody knows what you get unless you come out and you dump your bag in front of me like, look what I And some ladies do. They be like, I got it, yes. But you know, I always say, so that way if you got booty ease and a butt plug, nobody knows but you. And everybody's like, oh, I don't need that.
Yeah.
That's an exit, not an interest. I'm like, yeah, it's 10 of y'all in the room. 2 of y'all can be like,
Yeah.
like you're gonna whisper it and slide your form across like this. Be like, I want that.
And don't look at
Right,
you.
don't look at me, no eye contact. But yeah, so that's how a party is.
Okay.
And in that, it's fun, but it's also educational. So at my parties, you're gonna learn something as
Okay.
well.
So I may have been to a party or two, and y'all got this thing that goes in the door.
Oh, the frequent flyer door swing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically,
Yeah.
and I didn't bring it with you guys. I'm sorry. So the door swing
You want me
is.
to pull mine out?
I'm
joking.
Put you in it.
Mom, I'm joking.
Right. So everything from toys to lotions and potions to swings. We got it all.
Yeah.
So you can literally put the swing over the door. It's weighted and it tethers to the door. You can get in the swing to have different positions. You can climb up in it, right? You can use it to harness yourself. You got like 1,000 different positions.
I've
you
been
can do in the
told.
swing.
I've been
You've
told.
been told.
I've been
She's been told. She
What's
heard.
I've been heard. What's your favorite smell good?
Oh, flirt.
Okay.
Flirt. So,
That put you in the mood for Bishop.
let me tell you. So, I call flirt my secret weapon. Can I
Okay.
can I-
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So, flirt has a whole collection. So, it has the Body Dew. The Body Dew is an after shower, after bath oil spray.
Okay.
And it's infused with pheromones, so that's your sex attractant.
Okay.
Okay?
So it's like Vaseline, only better.
yeah, no
You don't
Vaseline. No Vaseline.
You don't put Vaseline on when you get out the shower?
No.
You don't?
No, Vaseline clogs your pores and all that.
We
No
black.
Vaseline. No
People
Vaseline.
still put Vaseline
Don't do
on.
that.
We're going to take a poll after this.
And then we're gonna take a poll to see how many people trying to use Vaseline for lubricant, because you better not be doing that.
No, I didn't mean it for that.
I know you didn't mean that. But see, we're talking about sex. They're like, yeah, Vaseline, don't you dare.
Shower.
Oh, see, you don't have them all confused. They can be like, she told me to get some Vaseline.
Be at Hillcrest Hospital.
Right.
Okay.
I didn't tell y'all that. So the Body Dew, this is my favorite product in the whole catalog, believe it or not.
Okay.
So after shower oil spray. So when you come out of the shower while your skin is still wet, you put it on.
Okay.
It's just a spray on, you rub it in, and you keep it moving.
Okay.
So it's like my lazy girl lotion, because you don't have to wait till your skin dries or anything like that. You put it on. And I always say, like, if you shave first, and then you put your Body Dew on, and you rub your thighs together, you start your own little party. Right. So you got Body Dew. You have the Afterglow, which is the same scent, but it's a shimmer lotion.
Okay.
Okay, you want to see?
Yeah.
Let me put some on you. Okay, first let me put your Body Dew on. We're going to go with your tattoo.
Okay.
Okay. So, spritz there. And see how it brings out the color in your tattoo as well?
It did.
So everything
It's
is
a little shiny
enhanced.
now.
Yeah.
Okay. Smells good.
Okay, smell that?
Yeah.
And then this is the Afterglow on top. So it's just a light shimmer. So it's not like stripper glitter. Okay, so you don't look like you've been working the pole all night. Probably not from the camera.
Stripper glitter.
Stripper
Okay.
glitter, you know.
Okay.
So put nice and pretty, and then you have the perfume to go with it.
Okay.
So I'll just take my shower, put my flirt on, get all lotion, get all.
So
oiled
Bishop
up.
know what's going down when he smelled flirt.
Yeah.
Coming out the shower.
Yeah. And then you spritz on top with the flirt
Okay.
perfume. So then it's like head to toe flirt. Flirt with me. Talk flirty to me. It don't take much. You know, guys, it don't take much, though. They be like, oh, you got out the shower? They be like, oh, you clean. You gotta be clean, though. They be like,
You awake?
right.
You moving?
You don't
You're
have to be
breathing.
awake, right? And I always say, people like, I got a headache. You're like, I don't need your head.
You're right,
I don't need
right.
your head.
But it's a
Right. See there?
Tiffany said.
Favorite product.
Okay.
Favorite
Good stuff.
product.
It smells delicious.
It smells good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I love Flirt.
Okay.
And it comes in different, the Body Dew comes in different scents as well, but Flirt's my favorite.
Okay. Let me jump to something I saw. Okay. Friend of the show, Tara Pringle Jefferson. She is a self-care guru.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All things self-care. And she, the other day, posted a step-by-step guide to having an orgasm if it's hard for you to consistently have one. So you tell me what you think about these
Okay.
steps as it pertains to your sex degree. Number one, you have to be comfortable with your body. If you're in your head thinking about how your body looks or what it's doing, you know how, like, when you get older, stuff start flopping back when you lay on your back.
Kids, right?
Yes.
Stuff going on.
You're decreasing your chances of a good orgasm. If that's hard for you, then have sex in the dark or keep your bra or shirt on until you're more comfortable. Number 2, this might sound bad, but if you're on the hunt for a partnered orgasm, in quotations, with a guy, don't worry so much about their orgasm. They will come. Practically guaranteed, so spend more of your energy worried about yourself. So be a little bit selfish. Number 3, foreplay is crucial. Whether solo or partnered, everything in life is better when it's marinated. Same goes for sex. And chicken. A lot of people recommend women on top, and it took me a while to understand the beauty of that position, but it is all about power. How fast you want to go, how deep, where they put their hands. You control that. Missionary is cool, but it's harder to be the director. Number 5, focus on the clit. If there's one reason, it's there for one reason. Pleasure. How cool is that? Figure out how your lady button likes to be touched. Firm, soft, fast, slow. And then hit the recipe every time. It's experimentation. It's you getting to know your body. Number 6, the G-spots are fascinating things and they take a little more trial and error. Again, foreplay is crucial to making your G-spot even more sensitive. For many women, it's less about the speed of pressing on it, which is about 2 inches inside of the vagina, and more about the pressure. Again, experiment.
But here's the thing. If you become comfortable with your own body, and once you realize what you like, you know how to achieve your own orgasm. So if we go back just step by step, number 1 was the way you feel about your body. Head game. We talked about that. Number 2 was partner orgasm. So
Stop worrying about him so much.
Right. Everyone wants to go for the simultaneous orgasm, right? Like,
It ain't the movies.
Right, like you're doing too much. Just enjoy it, right? The more thinking about, oh, we gotta come at the same time, like, you're gonna mess it up. You're gonna overthink it. Number 3, foreplay. Okay, so foreplay, we say that foreplay begins when the last orgasm ended. So everything that is done from that point leading up until the next encounter is going to determine how your orgasm flows, or if you have one. Also, for women, we're more like crock pots, right? So things have to kind of preheat before you just go shoving stuff in the oven. Where men are like microwaves, so ding, 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 right? So there needs to be some warming up, okay? So 15 to 20 minutes of foreplay for us can make or break our orgasm. Okay. So finding the way you like to be touched, whether it's touching your hot spots, kissing you on your neck, massage, all of those things play a factor into foreplay. Guys that sometimes are lazy with foreplay, they don't really understand the concept. So they think like if they're behind you and like grabbing it and twisting on your nipples, that's foreplay, and you like want to punch them in the, or like, can I do this to you? Okay. So like you're sitting on the couch and they come over here and just stand in front of you like this. It's like, get away from me. Like that's not sexy, right? Or you can tie your shoe and then just like right there, you're like, I was not down there for that reason. Like, what is going on? Come up behind you in the kitchen, you're like, I'm cooking, right? Like, yeah, okay, change the location, but like the stove is hot, right? Like I'm in front of a flame, like I'm not trying to get set on fire, right? So they don't really get that really. So you have to be able to tell your partner again what you like. That conversation and communication is important. But not only that, that same 15 to 20 minutes for us that we need to achieve our orgasm can also give them a stronger, more long-lasting erection. So it's a benefit to them as well.
You know what else isn't sexy? When you're laying in the bed and you just feel something poking your back.
And you're trying to ignore it because you're right. You act like I'm sleeping. All right, what's the next one? What's number 4?
Woman on top.
Woman on top. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like she says, you have more control and kind of guide it. So when you feel that spot that feels real good to you, just stay there with your own rhythm. Also, you have a lot more stimulation on your clitoris from a woman on top position or from the back as well. Okay. Because the clitoris, a lot of people don't know or don't realize that your clitoris is both external and internal. So you have 2 internal legs on the clitoris. So when a woman is on top, that area is being stimulated from the inside as well.
Gotcha.
So yes. Also, your clitoris is the only part of your body that has no other purpose but for pleasure.
See how much God loves us.
Like, it's a gift. Men don't have that. You have 8,000 to 10,000 nerve endings in your clitoris alone. See? Right? That's more than he has in his entire penis. But somehow men enjoy sex more than us a lot of times. You're like, well, the recipe don't add up.
Right.
Right? So, like, focus on that clitoris. That is a gift. Like,
right.
Yes. Clitoris stimulation. 8 out of 10 women need some sort of clitoral stimulation in order to achieve orgasm.
I need a sip of water.
Now, look at it.
Sheesh.
So with regular vaginal penetration, right, nothing's happening. It's just friction on the outside. Nothing's happening being stimulated against your clitoris. So that's where your bedroom accessories come into play. Okay. I mean, there's only so long you can have your hand down here doing like this before you catch carpal tunnel.
So, you brought this.
Yes.
I'm trying to act like I don't know what it is. You brought the bullets.
I brought bullets. So your bullets are good because they're good for clitoral stimulation, but they're also good for foreplay as well. Okay. Because you can use your bullets for nipple stimulation. Okay. You can use them for clitoral stimulation. Okay. You can use it to stimulate your guy as well.
So how do you introduce that? Because I would imagine that a guy would probably be like, whoa.
Some guys,
what are you doing?
It'll put off a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So again, that's where your communication is going to come into play, right? Talking about, is this kind of okay? What do you think about this?
Right.
Asking them. And then for guys, like guys are, I got guys watching too, right? So you guys are like pretty easy to manipulate a lot of times, right? So if you get a guy like in the heat of the moment, right, and it's good to him, real good to him, where he don't want to stop, you gently slide something in their chest. You're like, whoa. But he's like, okay, let's roll, right? Now try and talk about, okay, well, we're going to start with this today. He's like,
Yeah.
But you do it in the middle or, it's a lot easier to kind of slide stuff in. Okay. Like ask questions like, what are you doing? What are you Yeah. So your G-spot is important. But so here's the thing. A lot of women are so focused on their G-spot, like in trying to find your G-spot because it's this magical place, right?
Science experiment.
Yeah. Like, I want to squirt. Like, okay, well,
can we get a squirt?
Every woman does not squirt. Okay. All right. So G-spot, right? Research is leaning more towards it being a area as opposed to one targeted spot. Okay. So she was writing her research about 2 inches up towards your belly button, front wall of the clitoris. Okay. Front wall of your vagina. Easiest way to find is with the come here motion like this. Okay. So that's why your G-spot toys are going to be curved for easy access to that spot. It's easiest to find it on your own, okay? Because in most cases, he's not necessarily shaped for that. Right. All right? So stimulation and pressure to that spot can give you stronger, more long-lasting orgasms. So there's only one orgasm, multiple ways to achieve it. Your G-spot is one of them. So a lot of women describe your G-spot orgasms as being more euphoric. You're going to feel them from head to toe, right? Your eyes are rolling, right? Right, you just saw God. That's when Jesus come up in sex, right? He's like, oh my God, yes,
then he's like, it looks good.
Right. So then he really thinking it, right? So, yeah, but in some cases you do have your female ejaculation, aka squirting, right? So a lot of women get nervous because they start feeling like they have to urinate. I said if you feel like you're about to urinate and you probably hit your G-spot, I always say don't stop, keep going. You can't come and go at the same time.
Don't stop, get it.
Right? You can't come and go at the same time. So come. Okay. All right, and just keep it moving. So it feels that way because of where it's situated at. It's putting a lot of pressure on your urethra. So you're going to feel that pressure, but the reward is ooh la la.
Ooh la la. So for the women who may have done a lot of this or a combination of this and still find it hard to achieve an orgasm, what does she do?
Okay, so number one, so we have our clitoral stimulation. You also you want to make sure that you're properly lubricated as well, right? Because we have a lot of dry sex and we don't realize it. So I get women in my practice all the time when we get to talking about lubrication, and I'm like, oh, I don't need a lubricant. I'm all wet all the time. And you're like, okay, you might be on the outside, but what's going on inside? Okay, or vice versa. right? So I always say, if you ever had that initial pinch upon penetration, it's not necessarily because he was just that big, honey. Okay? Like, no, you needed a lubricant. You have never gone to the doctor without them lubing you up really, really good to the point where it's goofy and nasty before they shoved anything up your vagina.
That's very true.
Think about it like a slip and slide. You ever gone down a slip and slide and then they having the water on it or not enough? Like, that crap hurts, it burns. Like, same thing with sex if you're not properly lubricated.
Okay.
And 1 in 3 women experience some sort of vaginal dryness. So that can be health related, levels of estrogen, breastfeeding, birth controls. When you drink, hello, okay, it dries up your orifices. It dries you up down there as well, okay? So you having like this mind-blowing sex, but it's all dry, and that's why you're waking up sore the next morning. Yeah. So you want to make sure that you're properly lubricated. Studies show that women enjoy sex more with the use of a lubricant. Common sense, right? What your lubricants are doing are they're coating the inside walls of your vagina, number 1. So they're creating a protective barrier against outside sources, finger, toy, penis, what have you. Okay? Because when you're not properly lubricated, you're creating tears in your vaginal tissue, microscopic tears in your vaginal tissue. And that's causing scar tissue, which is going to lead you to either desensitization and or painful intercourse later on. So for a lot of women that don't enjoy sex, a lot of times it's because we've done some damage to our vagina. Okay. So your lubrication is so important. So important. Yes. So the one I always recommend is Just Like Me. Okay. Just Like Me is a water-based lubricant. It's going to be the most like your natural secretions, and it's also pH balanced. Okay. So for my ladies that are very sensitive, prone to yeast infections, bacteria infections, UTIs, it's going to be a great lubricant for you. Okay. What's nice about Just Like Me is that it has re-wetting properties. Oh. Yeah. Give me your finger. Okay. Put a little bit on your finger. So rub it in. Rub it in until it's all the way dry. So it's water-based, so if it doesn't dry quickly, you can go like this and it won't hurt anything. Okay, so it's dry now, right? Yeah. Lick your finger. Lick your finger. Now rub it back together. You feel that? Yeah. It came right back. Yeah. So, you can actually pre-apply with that one. So if you know what's going down at night, do a little dab on there. And then that way, when he starts kissing and touching on you and he puts his hand down there, you're like, ooh, baby, you like that from me? It's like, yes, look what you did to me. You're not going to give away all your secrets, right? But then that way you make sure that you got the lubrication that you need, that you're protected, and it's more likely to be enjoyable for you. Gotcha. Number 2 is an enhancement cream. Okay. So for some women, you know, your brain is like, okay, I'm in the mood, and your body just has not caught up yet, right? So again, that clitoral stimulation, that blood flow, that desire, your libido. So we have products like Boost, which is one of our enhancement creams. So with these, a pea-sized amount rubbed into your clitoris is going to help aid in your arousal. So it's going to be like a little party in your pants, all right? This one's also good for my ladies that try and play like they're asleep, like we talked about earlier. So it's like you hear them pull them in the driveway, or you hear them coming up the stairs, and you're like, let me get real comfortable like this. Right? Because you're like, I don't have all that time to try and work myself up. I'm tired, right? 15 minutes of foreplay in a bottle. Hello. Okay? So that's going to make every little fingertip touch feel that much better, which is going to help in aiding in your arousal, in your orgasm. Okay. All right? So nothing is 100%, right? There's no like recipe to say, if you do this every time, you're going to have an orgasm, because each woman is different. So again, finding out what gets your juices flowing, right? What works best for you, what you like. For some women, it can just be as simple as nipple stimulation, right? So it just depends on you. Gotcha. It depends on you. Each woman's different. Gotcha. Your lingerie is important too.
Okay, so do people still buy lingerie?
People do still buy lingerie. But I think what's happening is that people have kind of devalued lingerie. Right? Because now it's just like, take everything. You just take it all off. Like, I don't need any of that. But what a lot of women don't realize, number one, your guy's visual, right? So, you know, you don't have to give away the whole store at the same time, you know, at once, right? But your lingerie is meant for you, too. Remember we talked about feeling sexy. Right, okay? So when you feel sexy, you're going to be more in the mood. So that's why your Bath and Body products are important, because they make your skin soft. They make your skin supple. So when I touch you, it's going to feel better, right? So it's gonna move your nerve receptors to the surface of your skin, so it's going to heighten your sensation. Same thing with the materials that your lingerie is made out of. Think about what they have. So if you take blush, right? You got lace. Look, it's so pretty, right? So you've got lace rubbing up against your nipples.
Yeah.
You've got this little sheer material and it's flowy, right? So this one's good for any body type, right?
Okay.
Because even if you got a gut, it's going to cover that up. If you're skinny like me, it gives you curves.
Okay.
So it has a little thong that goes with
everybody.
it helps everybody. So it's nice and pretty. It's nice and soft. The material is going to be arousing to you. And you're not even going to realize it.
Right.
So you're like,
So you're like
I
turning
look
yourself
good. You're
on.
turning yourself on. So put your body do on and then put your lingerie on, girl. Let me tell you. Yes. We like, he thinks it's for him. Oh,
Right.
it's for me too.
We almost don't
Right.
need you anymore if we pull one of these out.
cautious, right? But yeah. And on top of that, so we talked about guys are gonna get theirs regardless, right? And most of the time. So I get a lot of ladies that are like, okay, well he finished like 5 minutes ago, and I'm still sitting here like, okay, what about me? Okay, so again, that's where your bedroom accessories are going to come into play.
Okay.
I always say share. Men are into, they're like, oh, well, my guy would never let me bring a bedroom accessory into the toy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, give it to him and let him use it on you.
Okay.
So that way he's involved in the process and he's not feeling like you're trying to replace him. Right? So, and men are visual once again. So, if he's using something on you, like that's arousing to him in a lot of cases. Right? And then you still get your orgasm on top of that. So, it's a win-win for everybody.
Which is what we're here for.
Yeah, all about the O.
All about the O.
All about the O.
Orgasms are a part of self-care.
Yes. Release headaches, stress.
Yeah. You touched on everything.
Touched on everything? I didn't touch on everything. I didn't touch on everything. Almost.
Is there anything else that you brought that you want to share or?
Oh, okay. So just a couple of things. Let's talk about trying to spice things up, right?
Yes.
So, just missionary just ain't gonna cut it, right? So we want to try and enhance our foreplay. I would say out of everything, foreplay is going to be the most important in you getting your big O. So different lubricants are going to, in arousal creams and foreplay products. We have Whipped. Whipped is a creamy lubricant. So this one's like an edible body butter. And it's all your dessert flavors too without the calories, which is really good. Everything is better than penis flavor. You don't get penis flavored ice cream, right? So we've got rainbow sherbet, all right? We got French vanilla latte. We've got, what else do we have? Berry creme brulee and birthday cake.
Okay.
So you got all your desserts, right? And
Right.
Sugar free, by the way. Sugar free. You don't want anything with sugar below the belt. Sugar creates an abundance of yeast. No strawberries or cream, ladies, above the belt. Okay?
Right.
So this is a creamy lubricant. It's kind of like lotion. Think about what most guys use when they're going to go take care of themselves.
Yes.
Lotion. So it has that same creamy texture. So it's great for a guy.
Okay.
But it also works for your oral favors because it's flavored.
Right.
You can put it on your body, let them lick it off, let them connect the dots, make yourself into a dessert.
Okay.
Okay. Also good for use with male stimulators or C-rings as well. So if you're doing any type of toy on any type of accessory on a guy, you want to make sure it's not pulling the skin like a rubber band.
Right.
So you want to make sure that's properly
Or the
lubricated.
hair.
Yeah, or get stuck on the hair. Yeah, none of that.
Yeah.
And then sensations. Now this one is really good because it's a motion lotion.
Okay.
So this one's going to heat up with some friction. So great for foreplay. All right, so you can put it on your nipples, any of your hot spots, clitoral stimulation, the whole nine. When you rub it, it's going to get warm. You want to rub it?
Yeah.
Okay. This is cotton candy, by the way.
Which
Let's
one
do
you
it this
put
way. So rub that in. So rub it. Smells like cotton candy?
It does.
It does smell like cotton candy.
So good.
So you rub it, it's going to get warm. Now then blow on it. And not like birthday candles, hot, sexy bedroom breath.
Yeah, that is.
Oh, right? Like she just had like stuff like in her water. More water. She needs ice in her water. But so you see how that's great for foreplay, right? So you can kind of warm things up a little bit. And then it's flavored too. So then it's edible and it tastes good. And it's just aiding in the fun. Blindfolds. Oh, blindfolds. So the blindfolds are great because what happens when you take away one sense?
All of them, the rest of them are heightened.
Yes, right? So you take away your sight, so that way everything that they do to touch you is going to be much more sensual. That much you're going to be like, and you're not going to be able to know what's next, right?
That face you was about to make.
Woo! See, hubby is in the car, right? So, I'm like, you're going to take me, right? So make sure you're in the car when I leave. Just saying, all right? Spice it up, right? So your blindfold, absolutely important. You can couple this with a tickle and whip and kind of tickle.
Y'all have that too?
Spank. We have tickles and whips. We have we have our 50 Shades Freed is coming out. 50 Shades of Grey, the movie is coming out Valentine's Day. So we have a line that is like all bondage and all that stuff. So we've got whips and cuffs and all of that stuff. So you can go a little further if you like. And then just a classic is going to be our heart massager, this one here. So massage is a great way to incorporate foreplay because it releases oxytocin, which is your cuddle hormone. It's going to get you relaxed, kind of get your...
There's a cuddle
There is
hormone?
a cuddle hormone. Yes.
Get out of here.
Yeah, so all that gets released during massage.
Okay.
And if you don't fall asleep first, the best massages can lead to the best sex.
Yeah.
I get too relaxed, so I'm like, all right. But, so this one actually heats up. So it's like like the hot hands.
Yeah.
As you put your gloves, it's like that. So
Yeah,
it's it's like your cheap alternative to a hot stone massage.
Okay.
So if you crack that little disc in the inside, like that, it crystallizes and it heats up.
And then it goes back to
And it's
regular?
reusable. Yep.
Okay.
So you can use this one over and over
look
and
at it
over again.
changing.
Yeah. So it gets hot, and then it's like your warm massage.
Okay.
I always say get two because then you can wax on and wax off. If you get the upgraded version of it, it actually comes with hand strips, and then it comes with these 2 bullets. That's the heartthrob. So we have just the basic one for my chickens, and then we have you're like, I'm going all in. I got something for you
That's
too.
for the mild.
Right, that's for the mild, right? Okay. Well, we're going to upgrade you to heartthrob, so then you can have bullets to play with afterwards. So it's a vibrating massage, and then you got bullets to play with afterwards.
Got you.
So, yeah, all of that. So there's so much. There's like a whole world to explore.
Right.
So you can never be bored, like if you come to a pure romance party, because there's always new stuff, always something different to try, always a different scent, always a different speed, a different pulse.
Where can the viewers find you, book you?
Oh, you can book me at on Instagram. I am Lady Tiffany Mattox, Mattox. On Facebook, my Facebook page is Pure Romance by Tiffany Mattox. Or you can give me a call at 216-326-2683.
This really is.
That feels so good, don't it? Yes.
So, ladies, sex does not have to be boring
Or dirty, or shameful.
or dirty or shameful. Sex was like created by God.
Yes. So embrace it.
Yeah, and enjoying it.
Yes, make it fun. That's the thing. Like, sex should be fun. It shouldn't be like this thing that you make out to be a big chore. Like, oh, okay, we haven't done it in 3 days. It's time to have sex again.
It's time to go feed them.
Right,
It's feeding time.
Right, it
No,
should be like,
that's not
oh,
how
yes,
it
I'm
should
going
be
home,
viewed.
or,
Yeah. And ladies, enjoy your husband.
Yes, absolutely.
Enjoy your husband. And husbands, make it comfortable enough for your wife to talk to.
Yeah.
So she can get what she needs.
Exactly.
Amen.
Because if she gets what she needs, she's going to make sure you're taken care of.
Auntie.
Yes.
In a very special way. Thank you so much, Tiffany, for coming.
Oh, you're welcome.
I got a
This
new
was
sister
fun.
girlfriend.
Yes.
And you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys.